What's up, everybody? It's Larry back with you. It is the end of May, and I wanted to bring you guys another cool tech for this month of May. This is just going to be a collection of things that I've acquired from very nice companies out there that have sent it to me to take a look at and review. Some of the things I'll talk about I've actually opened up and have been using. Some of the things are just we're going to open them up together and talk about them, but it's going to be a longer video. I don't care. You don't care. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, first we're going to talk about something that if you've been a fan of the channel or followed the channel for any length of time, you know that I'm a huge fan of Nomad when it comes to cases, charging devices, cables. Nomad is one of my favorite companies out there. They've been with me and the channel for a long time, and they sent out a few things, a few AirPod cases. Now, this is the rugged AirPod case for the AirPods Pro, and this is the brown. And then I have the active rugged case for just the regular AirPods. This one is black. This one is water and sweat resistant leather. So anyways, I have these on the devices. This is the first generation AirPods, and Miles sort of has these. He doesn't use them very much, but I just sort of gave them to him when I went to the AirPods Pro. So that's what this is. And as you can see, it's a two-part case, and it drops on the top and the bottom. It's a nice leather. It has since this is first generation, it doesn't have it, but you have a little pass through for the LED light. If this was like the second generation with wireless charging, it works. I mean, nice. I mean, I don't know. It's a case, but it feels really good. It's leather. It's black, so it's not really my thing because I like the patina of a brown one, and that's what we have here is the AirPods Pro. This is the brown version. You can already see it's starting to get scuffed up because I've been using this one for, I guess since it came in, really. Here you can see that this one has the LED because it's the AirPods Pro. I've used this wireless charging, works perfectly fine with this as well. But like, I just can't wait for this thing to patina. I threw it out in the box, but it shows you on the backs what it sort of looks like. I'm not a huge fan of this big white like divider. I'm assuming there's something with the manufacturing, probably to stiffen it up or something. I don't know, but I would prefer all leather all the way around. I like this one though. It goes in my pocket easy. The leather feels really good. It's a Nomad, so it smells like real good leather. So yeah, so that's it. A couple awesome AirPod cases from Nomad. Thanks, Nomad. So since I have this in my hand, if you look at my AirPods Pro, they look a little different because I have on here, here's the case for them. I have on there Airfoams Pro from my friends over at Chargen. I wasn't sure why they called themselves Chargen. I thought it was a very odd name, but they're actually out of California, I believe, and it's a combination of a husband and wife, their name. I like that a lot, actually. So anyways, it's a foam tip. The rubber ones on the AirPod Pros work perfectly fine for me. AirPods don't fit in my ears. EarPods don't fit in my ears, never have. AirPods Pro actually do. But what this does is actually gives you a little bit more fit. The AirPods Pro eventually will back out if I wear them for too long, just because you get sweat in your ears or wax. I mean, it is what it is. But the foam, I've always been a fan of the foam. Even like Jaybirds back in the day, I would always wear the foam so I could smush them up a little bit, jam them in there, and then they expand out a little bit. That's what these do. They give you a better seal. Your noise canceling sounds better with these. The bass, everything sounds better with these. And what I love about these is that they just still drop right into the case and no issue. So yeah, I actually have a few other things from this same company that sent me these tips. And that'll be in another video that I have. But they have some awesome iPad accessories. I actually found them on Amazon when I was searching for some stuff for an iPad Pro video, and I reached out to them for that, and they also were nice enough to send these out as well. So you will be hearing about this company again in another video, iPad Pro 2020, and some awesome accessories for that. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, all that stuff. I have what can only be described as an awesome, retro, cute Bluetooth speaker. So those are usually not adjectives to describe a Bluetooth speaker, but I mean, look at this thing. I mean, look at this. Listen to that. You got a little like joystick thing. You have like essentially mechanical keys. Okay, so what this came, and I'm guessing this may not even be out for purchase yet. I've had it for a little while, so maybe it is. But again, if you followed the channel for a while, I've done a lot of speakers from these guys. This is Divoom or Divoom. I actually have a big one back there. It's not on, but you see it sometimes in the back of my videos. It's a square, much like this one, but just like it looks like a retro TV. This one looks more like a retro computer. And they sent it out in this cool case. So it's called the Ditto. And I didn't even realize there were stickers in here. I probably did, but I opened it a while ago. You got a booklet and then some like 8-bit cool stickers. But yeah, this is, I mean, look at this. It's got like a rubber handle. I mean, I don't know. It's just really cool. Let's just, some stuff about it on the back. 10-watt power. It's got pixel art, that's why you have the screen here. You can get an online gallery, it's got an app, so you can get all kinds of stuff on here. A DJ mixer, programmable LED, social media notifications, 3,000 milliamp hour battery. I think this is really cool. But so you have on the side, you have a micro SD, so if you want to put your music on a micro SD and not use Bluetooth, you can do that. Power, it charges via USB Type-C. Everybody should be using via USB Type-C by now, and if you're not, if you're a company, take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror because just get to it. So, and then you have the power button in between. So we're gonna power it up. Look at that, you got lights underneath the keys. Look at that. Come on, man. Like, you don't need anything else but that. Look, it's late. Look at this is PM. This is PM. This is, look at this gray. I should be in bed. But I have kids, and I'm in a basement, and if it's during the day, you would hear. So, anyways, yeah. So look, you can do your track. This is how you select your tracks over with the little arrows. You have plus and minus in the center, so that's your volume. Come on now. You have this is to cycle through the different things. Like I said, there's an app that you can download all kinds of different ones in here. Every speaker that they've ever sent me, and I swear they've sent me speakers for probably 5 years, make me smile. There used to be just little square ones, then there was the big one, and then they sent me a little one that Miles has, and then this one, I mean, I just think it's so, that was a weird face, but look at that. Come on now. Ditto. I think it's awesome. You have this little thing here. What is this? Look at that. Joystick is play pause. You know, Bluetooth speakers are boring. Okay, they are. I've looked at a lot of them over the years. They are. Divoom just knocks it out of the park with everyone. The aesthetics and the sound. So like this is a 10-watt speaker in here. This is 10 watts and it sounds really, really good. It's very small. Like I said, it's like a conversation piece. It's a little piece of art for your desk. I love it. I have it over here, but I've had it over there. Like imagine it right there next to my computer. And it's a clock and I can control my Bluetooth, my music. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's awesome. I think they do a fantastic job with everything that they do. I'll leave links for this and obviously everything else that I'm talking about down in the description below so you guys check it out. Thank you for sending this out, Divoom. I mean, you guys have always been great at sending stuff out. This one is probably my favorite that they've ever sent out. The other one is big. and it's like a retro TV, and I love that one as well. But this one here, it's just something about it, the character of it. I'm old. It looks old. Yeah, so I've gotten a lot of multi-chargers. We all know that Apple had the AirPad, I think is what they called it, and it was going to charge 3 different devices at once. Your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and your AirPods all on one pad. It was revolutionary. It was awesome. It never came out. They canceled it. Well, everybody else started looking at that and different ways that they could do it. Nomad, in the past, I've shown you guys some pads and charger pads that they've sent out. They're awesome. They have great selection. But I've had a company, how many do I have here? 3 different ones from 3 different companies and 3 definitely different ways at looking at the same problem and how to solve it. So we're gonna jump into some multi-device chargers. So this one's first. This is a 3-in-1 7.5 watt charger. This is from Cineo, and it has a magic connector, cable storage, it's case friendly, and has nightstand mode. Okay, this one I haven't even opened yet. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so we got a couple pieces here. We got some documentation. I don't think we need the documentation. So here's one part of the stand, which is the, oh wow, okay. I remember this when they emailed me about this. Some of this stuff has been here for a minute, and it's taken me a minute to remember stuff. You have USB Type-C in the back, so it comes with a USB Type-C cable. You're gonna need an adapter to plug it into the wall. That's not a big deal for me. This part here, which takes the plug, and you could use this by itself. You could put your iPhone on here, your device, you're good to go, right? Or you can use this by itself. This has a USB Type-C connector on the side, so maybe you only need something to charge your AirPods and your Apple Watch. Now, this is a common theme with a lot of companies that have chargers. Nomad, actually, the one that I have bedside, has the charger baked into the device for the Apple Watch. But a lot of companies, to save cost and different reasons, you have a spot to put your own charger that came with your Apple Watch. But what's cool about this one is, for one, it'll accept AirPods. I don't know if it'll work with a case. Yeah, okay. It'll accept AirPods or the AirPod Pro. And the way they accomplish this is smartly. They just have this design go straight through instead of trying to capture the whole thing. Very, very smart. And then it has its own lightning connector at the top. You're not going to be able to see that. There you go. Okay. So what makes this, like I said, you could use these individual, or it looks like there's an LED charger on a light indicator on each one. But you see these pins. There's pins on the side here, receiver pins or on this side, and magnetically they go together. So then you would just use the one charger on the back of the phone charger, and then it would connect together. The magnets are not very strong. So granted, if it's on your desk, not that big of a deal, but the other thing that's a little weird is this one is like almost like a matte, if you can see that. And this base is shiny. So granted, it has this part up here that's flat. I would prefer everything to be matte when it comes to something like a charging base or something that's going to be one like sitting bedside and it's going to collect dust or it's going to collect fingerprints. That's just sort of being nitpicky. I wish this was a lot stronger. Granted, like I said, when it's sitting on a tabletop, it's not a big deal, but it looks like it could easily get bumped in the night or something like that, and then you're going to lose that connection. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Also, like I said, you're going to need to put your Apple Watch charger in there. I really like this side of it, probably more than I like this side of it. But together, at this point, I really wish it was probably just one unit, right? Just one complete unit, and then I think it would be really good. don't think you need to do this. I don't know, maybe they sell these separate for some reason and they wanted to bring them together, but they should have done one of two things, made it one unit or made the magnets a lot stronger so you didn't have something like that. So, but anyways, thank you guys for sending this out. Links down below. So here is another wireless charger. This is the Vissel wireless charger. Charge your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and your AirPods all at once. This one is more reminiscent of the AirPod or AirPad style. Okay, there's some interesting things here. One, you have like a guitar pick pry tool, USB Type-C cable, white. Again, no charging brick, so you have to use your own there. Again, no, okay, you're gonna need your own charger here. So this one, the way this works, why they give you this, you have this little area on the back here. You put your little pry tool in there, pry this apart, and then you're going to lay your charging cable. You're going to route it through like that, okay? That I don't have an issue with. Like, I understand that. Having an Apple certified charger embedded in it is going to raise the price. So that's fine. That is what it is. So you have the wireless charger where your watch is going to go here. Your phone is going to go here. Here is where your AirPods go. So this is weird. You have this little nub right here. Then you have this little lightning adapter. Okay, so now you have this little like nub thing sticking up. Okay, so they want you to leave this little nub on your AirPods and then connect it that way. Okay, so points for thinking outside the box for the Vissel wireless charger, but that sticks out too far for me. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's a different way to do it. Just not for me. I would rather just lay down and be done. This would work good for Miles though. Miles doesn't have an Apple Watch, but he may like that stuck in there, and then that way he can have his. I would not use that on my AirPods Pro because I have wireless charging in it. But this is a good option if you don't have wireless charging, because then you put your stuff on there in the morning, you get up, you grab your watch, you grab your phone, and then boom, you just pick this off and you're good to go. So there's somebody out there that would think this is really cool. For me personally, it's not for me. Miles probably would think it's pretty cool. So it is what it is. It's cool. Not for me, but cool. Okay, this is from my friends at Aukey. Again, if you know the channel, you know Aukey. I actually have a couple more products we're gonna be talking about from Aukey here. So this one is really more like the AirPad thing. So you have, this one I've had open. I didn't use it too much though. I had it set up down here just to take a look at it. So you have your own dedicated charger. It's got like a barrel charger, so it's not like USB Type-C or anything, but easy to travel with. So I like that. Its own charger, comes with it. This one though, is you have a rubberized front that gets very dirty. Like I said, I haven't even really used this, but collects a lot of dust. This one has a lot of the same features as the last one, at least when it comes to the bottom. You're going to route your own cable in there. You have this little like slug. You pop that out, you put your charger in there. This one's a little different when it comes to how they address the charging thing. This one you have wireless charging on 2 other spots, as well as the spot where you're gonna put your own charger for your Apple Watch. So you can put your phone, you can put your AirPods Pro or your AirPods 2 with the wireless charging case, and your Apple Watch all laying down. So that's nice. You actually have 3 LED indicators here to let you know that they're charging. This one, it's well made. It looks really nice. Like I said, it collects some junk on this rubberized front, but it's Aukey, and I'm a big fan of Aukey. So this is, out of the 3, this is probably my choice. I do like the one where it sort of stands up so you can sort of see your phone a little bit, but It's nice to not have the distraction as well, so I prefer actually laying it down. So now we have a few things that Aukey sent out that I think are probably going to make it into the iPad video that I was referencing earlier. This is the Link PD Pro USB hub, USB-C hub. So this can be used on, I have a MacBook Pro or my iPad Pro, or anything USB Type-C really that you need a hub for. Oh, I like this. It's black and space grayish. Okay, so first of all, you get a very cool little case. Case is nice, but the actual device itself, it's a USB Type-C, obviously. Then you have USB Type-A on the front. You have, well, I guess whatever side you consider front, back. USB Type-A, HDMI. You have another USB Type-C port. You have two more USB Type-A ports on the side, the other side. You also have micro USB or micro SD and SD card slot readers, and then on this side you have Ethernet. So I mean, you're say the MacBook Pro. Okay, the MacBook Pro has 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, USB Type-C ports. So you plug this in, now you have 3 USB Type-A ports, HDMI, another USB Type-C, and 2 card readers, SD and micro SD. So in a very small, compact package. So you have a LED light indicator on the top. This is another USB hub. Looks very similar to the other one. We'll talk about the little trick in a second, but you have another USB Type-C here, you have HDMI, you have two USB Type-A ports on this side. No micro SD or whatever, but this one also has wireless charging. So you could have this plugged into your MacBook Pro, have some USB Type-A ports, have an external monitor going, blah, 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 and then have your iPhone on top actually charging. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. I think anything that adds functionality together, that makes sense, it's elegant, I'm a big fan of. This is elegant. This is a USB dongle, USB Type-C dongle that you need when you're in that Apple ecosystem. You just need it. But it also gives you a wireless charger. So it's got some heft to it. Again, well built. You got like this sort of rubberized texture on the front. Aukey, I'm a huge fan of Aukey. Everybody knows that. Links down below. Thank you, Aukey, for sending out some more awesome products. So here, I had a company reach out to me about some keyboards, okay? So I have 3 keyboards that they sent out. There's 3, but I only have 2 of the keyboards here because one has been in use since the day it showed up, and I'll talk about that when we get to it. This one here is a great, I would say, alternative to whatever. So this is a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. Very plasticky, very cheap, very inexpensive. It's not the greatest of build quality, but very inexpensive. Check the link out below and you guys will see. It's specifically a Windows keyboard, but you can use it on anything. It's micro USB for charging. It's very inexpensive, like I said. But it also comes with the micro USB for charging, cable, and then a little mouse. Very cheap, inexpensive mouse. Again, wireless, USB type, or micro USB charging. You got a scroll wheel, you got a little button here. It's very cheap, very inexpensive. This is what it is. Very cheap, inexpensive option. This one that we're gonna take a look at first is really the one that caught my eye out of all of them and was very excited to get this in. I've actually used this on my Mac behind us. Miles has used this gaming on his gaming computer upstairs. He ended up switching to the one that we'll talk about next, and he's been using that. I'll put some B-roll in and maybe we'll have Miles jump in on a guest spot talking about that. But this is the mechanical keyboard here. It has awesome RGB backlight, but the keys are round. Okay, it's a mechanical keyboard. Okay, this you have some media controls at the top. You have like home, your computer, email, music, calculator. All these work really well on Windows, not on Mac. You have a selector dial up here where you can scroll through the RGB. And you have another wheel up on the side that you can use for volume. It looks really good. The chrome round, all the keys look really nice. I like that you have this gap because Miles was using a Corsair keyboard for a while, and it gets gross. Like he's a kid. He's gross, and there's crumbs and junk in there, and I'm always taking the thing apart and trying to clean it, and it just never really works. This, with the air gaps in there, you would just sort of blow this out and you'd be good. This is the one that Miles is using. Very traditional looking keyboard. It's a small footprint. His other one had the number keys on the side, and I think he likes having a smaller keyboard. But this one you can get in two different ways, it looks like. You have the square traditional looking, and then you have the more non-traditional rounded keycaps. Like sort of like what we looked at there, but without the chrome and everything, and without the dials and media controls. Miles liked this one a lot. Can you tell me why you like the square keycap keyboard more than that round one? Does it feel better, or is it just... It
feels better.
Does it? Like the buttons feel the same? Is it just the way your fingers feel on the keys, or...?
The circle one just feels weird.
Yeah. So you like the square cap one more? Mm-hmm. You gonna keep going with it, or you gonna go back to your other one?
I want to keep that one.
Cool. Alright. Get back to your game. Okay, so big thanks about the keyboards. Links for all three of me down below. Check them out. Thanks for sending those out. So I got these in. This company, Clicker, sent these out. These are cases and an accessory for the iPhone. This is, I told them what iPhones they have, and I was really surprised on the ones that they sent. They sent me, I have an iPhone 6S that Sawyer has. It doesn't have data or anything, but they sent me a case for the iPhone 6S, which I'm very appreciative of, because not a lot of people send stuff that I can share with Sawyer, because he always gets hand-me-down tech, so it's always a few years old. So he was very happy about that. He actually has that case on his phone now and has had it on the whole time. This one is for my wife, the XR. She has the XR. This one's in here, so we'll take a look at this one. They did not send one for the 11 Pro Max, which is what I had, and quite honestly, I would have really liked to have that, because that's what I was looking to try out. Then they have this, which I could put it on. This is just the actual, like a stick version of it that you can put it on the back of your phone if you don't want to use the whole case, or if you have an existing case that you really, really like, you can put that one on. The problem is that this is like gold, okay? I'm not going to use the gold one. There's also different sizes. This is size small, so this would probably be on a more traditional, like an iPhone SE or something like that, whereas myself, I like the larger one, which is what is on the back of, you can see the difference between the XR and the small. Anyways, thank you guys for sending this out, Clicker. But see, what it is this is the same thing on the actual individual one, but it actually pops out, and then you can, you know, set it. You have this, right? So it's sort of like the pop socket thing without the big pop socket on the back. So you can hold your phone really securely. You know, if you're at a concert, you're at somewhere, you have a good grip on it. When it goes back in, it clicks. So you know it's, you know, pretty much snug. Wireless charging still works with it, but it also, there's another spot for it to click in the down position. So now you have a stand. So you want it vertically or horizontal. So that's nice. So I like I said, I would have loved to have one of these for the 11 Pro Max. I'm not going to put the little one on, but this is a very cool idea. I like this. Very simple, very elegant. I like having a little stand. I find myself, I watch my phone a lot. I always find myself sort of holding it like this, watching it. I'm always looking for some way to prop it up. This has it built in. So the Clicker, links down below. That's it. I think we made it through everything. There's a huge mess here, but I'm not cleaning up tonight because, like I said, I'm exhausted. But yeah, thanks to everybody, every company that sent stuff out. I know sometimes I'm a little harder on some than others, but it's personal preference and how I use things and how I enjoy them. That's why people send them to me, to get my thoughts. So Big thanks to everybody, all the companies here. Again, all the links for everything will be down in the description below. Go check them out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What was your favorite thing here? Is there anything that I looked at that maybe you know of a cooler version of it or a unique version of it that I should check out? Hit me up, let me know. If you haven't subscribed, do that down below as well. Hit the little icon, the little notification bell so you guys don't miss any videos as I release them. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very long video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I gotta go to sleep. I'm so tired. Oh, my butt. Oh.